Hello there, my wonderful women divas. This is Sami Wunder, your fiercely successful, fiercely loved dating and relationship coach. And I help strong and successful women from all over the world reconnect with their feminine energy and attract and keep a great relationship. And today we're talking about the man hasn't texted, should you text him or not? In fact, I got a question about this, and I get this question so much and so often that I decided to answer it over video. So the question is from Cassie, and I'm going to be reading it word by word. So Cassie says, Sami, I went out for a date with this guy. It was amazing. I felt a great connection. But now it's been 4 days and he hasn't texted. I'm feeling really anxious right now, and I have a great desire to text him. I know you teach women to lean back and let the man initiate, but I am starting to get worried if he's thinking that I'm not interested if I don't text or call him. All right, so now you can imagine why this is such an interesting question, and I get it all the time, like all the time. So, Cassie, I would like to answer you in 3 simple steps. The first step is to understand that masculine men, when they want you, they come for you. When they want you, they come for you. And this is something I tell women all the time. And if you can just keep this truth close to your heart, you're never going to be confused again about men. Because when a man wants you, and if he's masculine, healthy energy, he's going to come for you. And he will not wait to, play games or strategize or not appear too eager. No, he's going to come for you. And men are not as fragile as we think they are. Yeah, so this is the same point. Men are not as fragile. When they really want something, they come for it. And they, in fact, like the challenge. They, in fact, like the fact that they have to, work for you and work to get your attention. So if a man is not texting you, if a man is not calling you, he doesn't want to. And this is something that I keep telling women over and over and over again. It's great that you felt a connection, but it's also important that he feels a connection. And your biggest sign, the most clear sign a man can give you, whether or not he's feeling it, whether or not he wants to take it ahead, whether or not he wants to connect with you again, is through his actions. And if he's not taking those actions, if those actions are missing, then that's your answer, my dear. As hard as it may sound for the ego to digest, if you can just stick to this one truth about masculine men, you're going to save yourself so much pain and so much heartbreak. Now, let me also give you an example of my own husband. It's amazing for me to watch how when he really wants something, like I remember there was this one time he liked a sofa in a vintage shop and he really wanted it, and it was like a drive of 100 kilometers away. And he said, no problem. I looked at it and I was like, really? You want to drive all the way just to get that damn sofa? And he said, yeah, I want it. And so he made it happen. He actually, hired a truck and he drove all the way, 100 kilometers, bought that bloody sofa and came back with it. So that, to me, speaks volumes about how masculine men are and how when they really want something, they come for it, they go for it. And no, they don't need help, and no, they don't need to be told, I'm the one you want, here I am texting you, remember me? No, they don't need all that helping. Yeah, so really start to think about men this way, because it's going to save you so much pain, so much overthinking, overanalysis, and it's going to make the dating scenario really easy for you to understand and super clear. Now, the second thing I wanted to ask you was this. When you tell me I have a great desire to text him and I really want to text him, if I were to ask you how easy it is for you to text or call a man right now, this man that you're talking about and that you really seem to like, you'd probably tell me 515, right? That's how easy it is. You just pick up your phone and you type that text and you send it. Now, if it's that easy for you, it's also that easy for him. And And if he's a masculine man, it's even easier, trust me. Yeah, and if he's not doing it, doesn't want to do it. So every time you really start getting into this perspective of maybe he wants me to do it, maybe he's holding himself back, maybe he's playing games, maybe he's looking for some signs from me. Those are all the ways we women, we start this head talk and we talk ourselves out of leaning back. We talk ourselves out of feminine energy. And that's where all the heartbreak and pain starts to happen, because you start to chase after men who are not in it right from the beginning, yeah, or who might have over time lost interest. But this is why it is so important that you keep this truth close to your heart, that if you can feel this intense connection, intense desire to text a man and call a man, and if it's so easy for you, it's also that easy for him. It's not that hard for him. And if he's not doing it, probably doesn't want to do it. And this brings me to the last perspective, the third perspective, which is why leaning back in your feminine is the safest and the most high value way for you to date. So when you lean back, if you're familiar with my work, you're creating space between you and the man, and you're giving him that space that a masculine man naturally needs, organically needs to move towards you. Yes? So when you do create that space, any and every man who is meant to belong to your life or who is supposed to be your soulmate is going to feel inspired to move towards you when you're creating that space. Now, when someone doesn't move in, even though you've created that space, that's the clear answer, sometimes hard to take, but still, nevertheless, a clear answer that he doesn't want this. Now, you can talk yourself out of it, you can be all like head crazy about it, and you can say maybe his aunt died, maybe he got lost in an accident, maybe this happened and that happened, maybe he's too busy. But the truth is, if he is not doing it, ladies, that's your answer. And the most dignified thing you can do for yourselves is to take that answer and to not take it personally, because not every man out there is going to be your husband or boyfriend, and so you don't need to take every rejection personally. It's basically not even rejection, it's just a bad fit sometimes. And just like, there are good men out there you don't gel with or you don't fit with. Similarly, there are good men out there who won't gel with you, who won't fit with you. It doesn't make anyone bad or doesn't speak personally about anybody, right? When soulmate love happens, it's so much about energetic match, wavelength frequency, so much about coming together with the same energy. And these are just things you can't push, you can't force, you can't get into your masculine and make them happen. And that's the beauty about leaning back. Leaning back gives you peace of mind. Leaning back doesn't let you become anxious and get all caught up with the men who are not moving towards you, with the men whose energy is not coming towards you. So Cassie, my darling, it's been 4 days. He hasn't gotten back. Maybe he will. Who knows? Stay open. But if he doesn't, it's all right. There's plenty of fish in the sea, especially for all Wunder divas, all high-value women who know their worth, who know their value, and who know that they deserve nothing but the best. I hope to see you all on my Wunder Divas private Facebook group, and I hope that was helpful. See you next time. Bye-bye.